top with pretty Lavinia and unwed Henry, who brings about Hurricane Katrina and the price of progress. We will that Appalachian crab by the river's edge. There's a storm coming, but it ain't that Carolina drama. That's Alabama bound. It's murder ballads that's coming to town.
Hey y'all, Jamie here with Country Diggers. Welcome to the Speakeasy. Today we're going to do a murder ballad or a female warrior ballad. You decide what this is. It's called Willie Taylor by the Longest Johns. So stay tuned. All right, this is the Longest Johns, Willie Taylor. Willie Taylor and his youthful lover, full of mirth and loyalty. They were going to the church to be married. He was pressed and sent to sea. She dressed in sailor's clothing, boarded on a man of war, for to find the life they had stolen, and the man she did adore. Dally diddy dum 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 dum, dally diddy dum 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 day, dally diddy dum 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 dum, dally diddy dum 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 day. Said the captain to this fair maid, what misfortune brought you here? I'm in search of my true lover, whom you pressed the other year. If he is your true lover, he has proven to you untrue. He is married to another, left you here alone to rule. Dally diddy dum 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 dum, dally diddy dum 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 day, dally diddy dum 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 dum, dally diddy dum diddy dum dum day. She got up the very next morning, early as the break of day. There she spied her Willie Taylor, walking along with his new fair maid. She drew out a brace of pistols that she had at her command. There she shot her Willie Taylor with his bride at his right hand. When the captain found her and the deed that she had done, he made her chief commander over a ship and 100 men. Dally diddy dum diddy dum 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 dum, dally diddy dum dum day, dally diddy dum 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 dum, dally diddy dum dum day. Willie Taylor and his youthful lover, full of mirth and loyalty. He is buried cold and lonesome. She still sails the open seas. Dally diddy dum 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 dum, dally diddy dum dum day. All right. Now I know the Longest Johns can say it way better than I can. So go listen to them. All right, on to the story now. Okay, that was the song by the Longest Johns called Willie Taylor. Now, you can find it on their album Voyage, and you can also find it in the Roud Index number 158 and Laws Index N11. And this song has been around a long time. Okay, Roud Index lists, and it's been, literally around a long time. The Roud Index lists about 103 versions from traditional singers, 56, more than half from England, 11 from Scotland, 3 from Ireland, 9 from Canada, and 24 from the USA. Okay? But is this a murder ballad or a female warrior ballad? You tell me what this is to you. And I will be reading from singout.org. And the article is by Ken Bigger. And this is Gun and Pistol She Commanded. Okay. William Taylor, under its various titles, gives us a tale of two true lovers. And you can get a more succulent summary if you check out the Traditional Ballad Index. There's considerable variation in the details, but the essentials are the same. William or Willie or Billy Taylor and Sarah, Sally, or Susan Gray or Dunn are the lovers. But sometime in their romance, perhaps as they are about to be married, perhaps right after they are, William is pressed into military service as a soldier or a sailor, depending on the version. The Longest John's version, he was pressed as a sailor. Sarah, who in some versions is abandoned by her family, eventually decides to dress in man's array to find her lost lover. After some time in her own military service, an onboard skirmish, vigorous exercise, or an accident reveals her boobies. Whatever. Other kinds of variety may appear in the details of the song. All versions are fairly consistent about this part of the episode. Revealed, quite literally, she is asked what brought her to become a soldier. She says that she is looking for her lost lover and gives his name. She is told not only where William may be found, but that he will be found with his new bride, who in several versions is described to be of considerable wealth. She goes to that place and shoots and kills him immediately, with his new love at his side, which is in the, well, yeah, it goes with the Longest John's version. In most versions, as an immediate consequence of this act, she is elevated in rank by the captain and herself placed in a position of command, just like the Longest John's version right there. Okay. Let's see. The traditional ballad index site gives the first known date for this song as 1817, but this may be conservative, but not too far off. In researching this song a bit, came across Diane Dugraw's Warrior Women and Popular Balladry, 1650 to 1850. Now, in Wikipedia, though, when you look this up in Wikipedia, it says that this song was published in 1792. So, in the traditional ballad index, the first date is 1817. So, that could be, the 1792 could be the British version. The 1817 could be the American or Canadian. Who knows? But, whatever. Anyway, DeGrau's book explores the genre of the female warrior ballad as a particularly popular form of song in the early modern period. The dates in her title provide the broadsides. After this time, they became essentially artifacts. Who wrote these songs is usually pretty uncertain, although DeGraw notes that a few have been attributed to Lawrence Price, who wrote James Harris or The Demon Lover, which the article discussed weeks ago. But these songs first started out as hits among the lower tiers of Britain's social strata, part of a musical street culture and publishing phenomenon of ballads. They reached their zenith at the turn of the 19th century, when some versions of them or their themes became moved into a broader array of popular and high culture artistic forms, music, opera, theater, etc. De Gaulle finds some examples of William Taylor that appear to be deliberate parodies, either of the genre as a whole or of the more popular version of the song itself. In other words, the intent is almost to be folk music one step removed. Songs that depict, with gentle humor or not, elements of popular musical culture by reenacting it or tweaking narrative details to make these stories just slightly more unlikely or perhaps absurd. Folklorist Cecil Sharp observed that by the time of his collection, no tune is better known to the average English folk singer than this. While we've noted before that Sharp has been a little too eager to attribute American songs to English sources, he's presumably on safer and definitely more familiar ground with English performances. He was doing his collecting in the early 20th century, so despite the drop-off that de Gaulle notes in the creation of new and original female warrior ballads, some of these songs from the genre's golden age continue in popularity. De Gaulle's focus across much of her analysis, of course, is how the female warrior ballad represents an early modern exploration of social gender roles and expectations. Some of these songs drew from concrete examples of women discovered to be fighting in the guise of men, but most appear to have been driven by a creative interest in playing around with gender roles during a time of increasing mobility, geographical, if not social mobility, and social change. And it's okay. That was it. Anyway, what do y'all think? Murder ballad or female warrior ballad? I think, what do I think? I think maybe murder ballad, because she did murder her ex, okay? And, you know, that he did her wrong, but you ain't supposed to murder people, so I think it's a murder ballad. That's me. But anyway, hope you enjoyed. See you back soon.